Good morning, my beautiful sleepy heads. So, as requested, I have filmed you a little wake up yoga flow. So, this is just 15 minutes to get you feeling a little bit looser, get you feeling a little bit more fresh in the mornings. So, let's come to just a kneeling position. If this is uncomfortable on the knees, you can come to a comfortable seated cross leg position, whichever feels good for you. So, close off the eyes and we'll begin by taking the left ear to the left shoulder. Inhaling and exhaling, stretching through the right side of the neck. And then slowly bring the chin down to the chest. Hold here, breathe. And then take the right ear to the right shoulder, stretching this time out through the left side of the neck. And then we'll slowly work back down through center. Just pause for a moment before we come all the way up to the left. And then you can flow with your own breath side to side, so down through center, inhale up to the right, wherever feels good for you. A couple more times. And then one more time, slowly working our way down the body today. So interlace the hands and then take the arms up high above the head. Really try and stretch through the armpits and the shoulders. So press the arms back, maybe taking a little yawn as you see I do here. Taking this really nice big stretch helps us take a nice deep yawn. And release down. Take the hands interlace behind the head and open through the chest. Shine the heart forwards. Still with the eyes closed. Really waking you up gradually. I've even got you with your eyes closed. So hugging a big teddy bear or a beach ball, head drops down, breathing through the spine. Noticing any parts of the body that feel a bit icky or a bit jammed this morning. Slowly come back to neutral. Inhale the arms all the way up above the head and then exhale. Take the right arm to the back and the left arm to the front and try and gaze towards the back hand. So you're gazing towards the right hand in a spinal twist. On an inhale, drawing the arms all the way up, and then the left arm goes to the back, right arm goes to the front, and we gaze towards the left hand. Again, staying with the breath. Those of you familiar with Ujjayi breathing, you can do that. Inhale, draw the arms all the way up. Exhale down through heart center. Place the hands down on the mat and come into an all fours position, and we'll just loosen through the wrist joint. So softly rocking back and forth on the hands. And then just taking whichever variation. So maybe taking the hands out to the side and then swaying the body side to side. Maybe flipping the hands round so the fingers point towards the legs. Just be super careful of any tightness in the wrist. And then maybe even placing the backs of the hands down on the mat. Again, be really careful here. Don't push your limits. It's early in the morning. Do what feels good for you. Great. Okay, then release the hands and we'll work the body round in circles. So like you're on the inside of a barrel. We'll go about 3 times in one direction. Really push to the extremities of the torso, feeling the stretch and feeling everything crack open. And then when you've done 3 going one way, take 3 going the other way. I put this into so many of my flows, and that's not because I can't think of anything, it's because I love this so much, especially in the mornings. Coming back to neutral now. Tuck under the toes, really spread through the fingers and fly the bottom up for our first downward facing dog. Option of taking a nice deep bend in the knees here if that feels good for you. Then just pedal out through the feet, so bringing the right knee in and then the left, moving with the breath, keeping that connection going throughout our practice this morning. And then coming to find a little bit of stillness, maybe taking a quick shake or nod of the head if that's what you need. And then on an inhale, just softly walk the feet towards the hands. Take hold of opposite elbows, feet hip width apart, maybe a nice deep bend in the knees. And then slowly, after one more breath, we'll work our way all the way up to standing. So start coming up now, head and neck come last. And then this next part is something I do so often, not so much in my tutorials, but at home, this little wiggle. So just shake everything out. Shake through the ribs, wrists, shake through the shoulders, the butt, the legs. Just give it all a little shake, flop around, and just see what feels good and maybe what feels tight. Really just loosen up. There's no need to constantly be rigid. We need to let loose sometimes. Shake through the hips. You can see I'm enjoying this. And then when you're done, coming to stand at the top of the mat, feet together, hands down by the side, Tadasana. On an inhale, we'll sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. And then exhale, hands down through heart center, forward fold. You can bend the knees. And then inhale, lift the chest and step back the left leg, and we'll come down into a low lunge with the right knee forwards. Interlace the hands on the knees and breathe here. Sink down a little bit deeper if that feels good for you. Being aware that it is early in the morning, possibly. Maybe you're doing this in the evening. But if you're doing this in the morning, just be aware of not wanting to push it too far. But at the same time, really wanting to open out through the joints, stretch through the muscles. Place the hands down on the inside of the right foot and just heel toe the right foot out to the side. Option of staying up on the hands or coming down to the forearms for lizard. So now working into the groin. Inhaling deeply and exhaling fully. And then placing the hands down, pushing up, and then bring that front foot, so the right foot heel toes back to the center, and we draw the bottom back for our half split hamstring stretch. So you'll see that I'm quite far down in my forward fold here. You do not need to be this far down. You could stay upright and just work through the hamstring. Then we're going to come forward into a little funky posture. So the right leg bends forward. You're going to want to watch the screen for this one. So we've kind of got the knees bent in and then the body is facing forward. So if you can't take the twist here, then no worries. But if you can, thread the left arm underneath the right. Place the side of the head on the mat, and then you're going to push through the fingertips of the right arm, and that's really going to help you get a stretch through the back. And you'll obviously feel this in the legs as well because of the nature of the positioning here. Like I say, if the twist isn't working for you, just come into a slight forward fold here. Breathing, inhaling and exhaling, working with the stretch. Unthread the arm now, place both hands down and just wiggle the legs underneath you to lay down on the belly. We'll interlace the hands behind the back. Inhale, draw the chest and the shoulders up off the mat. Breathe here. And then exhale back down. Inhale, lift up again. I don't want you to hold the breath up here. I want you to keep breathing. Exhale, release down. Last time, inhale, draw the chest and the shoulders back. Shine that heart forwards. Exhale, release. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. Send the bottom all the way back to either a wide or a narrow leg child's pose. Wide is going to work well because we're coming back to a downward facing dog. But if this is uncomfortable, no worries. No worries. Moving into downward facing dog now. Tuck under the toes, fly the bottom high, and we'll just find a few breaths here of stillness in the body. Really send those sit bones high up to the ceiling. Coming now forwards with the left leg. Left foot steps between the hands. We lower the back knee down. Lift the chest and interlace the hands on top of the left knee and just sink the hips forward. So doing that same little sequence on the left side now. Okay, when you're ready, place both hands down on the inside of the left foot. Heel toe the left foot away. Option of staying up on the hands or coming down to the forearms into our lizard stretch. So opening out through the groin. Inhale and exhale. And then when you're ready, place the hands down. Bring that foot back. So heel toe the foot back. The hands frame the foot. And then we take the bottom back. Left leg stretches out straight for our half split hamstring stretch. Same applies as the other side. So no need to come as far down as I have here. This is just where I feel it in my body. You guys can be up straight if that works for you. Or just with a little bit of a forward fold. It's all about listening to what works for your body. Okay, so now coming forward to that snazzy little twist that we did. So sitting down on the bottom, the left leg bends in, the right leg bends in as well. But we want to try and have the shoulders forward. So either coming down just to a simple forward fold or thread the right arm underneath the left and then push through the left hand, feeling a stretch in the upper spine. Breathing here. Taking one more nice deep breath before we unravel ourselves. Placing the hands down now and start to unthread the right arm. Again, coming down to lie on your front, and we'll just work through some inhales and exhales to high cobra. So inhale softly coming up to high cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift to high cobra. Keep those elbows tucked in. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift last time. And then exhale, release. You guys have done so well. Hopefully you're feeling a bit more refreshed. Bringing the bottom all the way back to either a wide or a narrow leg child's pose. Let the forehead melt down into the mat. Close off the eyes. And just feel the breath work around the body. So throughout that 15-minute practice, noticing what felt good, maybe what little parts need an extra stretch. If you've got time, it'd be great to stay on your mat and maybe do an extra 5-10 minutes working on any parts of the body that felt a bit icky. I'm really using that word a lot at the moment. Close off the eyes, breathe here. And then we'll come to close our practice. Softly now, start to roll the body all the way up to kneeling, or if crossed legs is better for you, that's fine. So thank you so much for flowing with me. Please do subscribe if you enjoyed this. I have videos every Wednesday and Sunday. Thank you so much and have an awesome day. Namaste. Bye-bye.